7 here, and welcome back to more F1 2020. In our last episode, we took on the Mexican Grand Prix, and now we are moving on to round 21 of 22 in this season of F1 2020. First of all, I want to wish all of you out there a happy new year. We made it to 2021, and now let's take on my team. Round 21, the Brazilian Grand Prix.
Margins are looking good right now. I think we've got room for some more investment.
Alright, and we will take care of that. Let us go to the facilities. And let's go to marketing. Let's put some money into marketing. Let's upgrade the relationship. Sponsor relationships. As for R&D, we got most of the stuff locked in that we wanted. We're just waiting on one more piece to fall in play. And here we go. Off to Brazil. Just waiting for it to load up. There we go. And let us move on. We are in free practice 1, but for 14 to 6, I think we'll probably complete that. As for our messages, it's going to be a little bit of rain. Wet conditions, but not totally wet. So we should be fine. Anyway, free practice 1, let us go. And here we are, round 21. We made it this far.
I've had a chat with Carl about the new parts, and we're happy that they've been integrated into the car okay. With any luck, you'll be able to feel the improvement, so give them a try.
Will do. Let us check our team objectives. Complete a lap with 2 different cars during practice. Alright, let us do that now.
Okay, just want to remind you to keep an eye on your tyre temperatures, which you can do on the temperature panel of the MFD. We monitor carcass temperature and surface temperature, and you'll get the best performance when they're both inside a normal operating window. Surface temps tend to fluctuate faster, so try a few laps with the data open and get a feel for how to control them.
So we're just setting a normal lap time around. Alright, and we're going to return back to the garage.
I know it's tempting to focus entirely on the race, but we should put a bit of time aside to run the qualifying sim program. Try to run it before the end of FP3 if you can.
One second here, because I'm trying to...
If you want to know specific information or make certain changes to the car during a pit stop, you can tell me what you want over the radio. Press and hold the radio button to activate the system, and you can either speak the command or select it manually from the radio screen that will appear on the multifunction display. While the radio is active, cycle through command groups with the MFD button. Our best lap so far is a 1:14.3.
Alright. I got it here. Here we go. Alright. So, let us set the car up. For the aerodynamics, we want that on a 3.6. For the transmission, we want that on a 50 and 55. For the suspension geometry, 280 and 130, and then min out the other ones. As for the suspension, 24, 39, 35.
Okay, here's something to remember about this circuit. There's a lot of time available in turn 6 if you get the line right. It's a very fast right-hander. Just lift off the throttle to get the car turned in, clip the curb, and gently apply power to run out wide on the exit of 7. Be ready for hard braking into 8. The car may be a bit unstable here.
And for the brakes, we want those maxed out. And for the tires, 21.8 for the front, and then 20.3 for the back. All right. Let us load the Brazil car. And as always, we'll start with the track acclimatization.
All personnel be aware, car leaving.
And of course, this would be Senna's home, Anton Senna's home track. His home Grand Prix. Really don't need to use overtake for this. And through the Senna S's.
Approaching the DRS zone, watch your MFD for the activation point. Good work, you seem to have a solid handle on the lap. Let's try and perfect each turn. Remember that chaining good corners together will give you a consistency bonus.
We're going to go for a score of 445. And yeah, I'm kind of stuck right now behind. Get Perez out of my...
Final lap. This is the final lap of the program.
Well, I got stuck behind Perez, so that's why the last lap got screwed up. There we go. Got it.
Program complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can talk you through the numbers.
Only 20 points off on that. Box a slap.
Right, come in at the end of this lap. You're nearly out of fuel, almost out of fuel. You need to pit within the next 2 laps. Come in this lap, please. Box this lap.
Yeah,
When driving with the pit assist disabled, you'll need to be mindful of your speed when entering the pit lane. If you hit the limiter line too fast, you'll pick up a penalty. Watch the on-screen prompts that show your target speed and distance to the limiter line.
Well, I'm hoping that doesn't happen this time and everything, so...
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
So...
Car repairs have set us back a little.
Let us take care of that. And we move on now to tire management.
Standing by.
Yeah, send me right behind Lando Norris. And everything. Anyway, tire management. And also, welcome to the stream, Logie. Alright, here we go with tire management. And with this, another
Okay,
practice
test
program
complete, and that
done.
was a very good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that.
So now, box.
There's static over the radio. Say again.
Box.
Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
But yeah, most definitely thank you for the heads up on that. And I will keep an eye on that. Alright. On the fuel management.
Checks complete. All personnel be aware we have a car leaving.
And this was the track where Ferrari back in 2019 had their double DNF. Everything. But like I said, you know, so just in case if you're following me here on YouTube, I'm also streaming the game to Twitch as well. So I'm doing a Twitch stream of the game as well. And the week of Christmas, you know, thanks to my followers on over there on Twitch, I have made affiliates. You know, and I worked really hard at getting that. So I want to give a big shout out to all of those, you know, and if you guys are not following me on Twitch, please do so. You know, we have a good time over there as well, playing this. I'm playing this on a harder difficulty than what you're seeing here. But we all have a good time on there. Got some emotes made, so... You know. And there's Mr. Saturday.
Program complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can talk you through the numbers.
Alright, you got it, Jeff. Boxer slap?
Confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this lap.
But yeah, please. You know, I stream over there currently Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with F1, and looking to pan out the other days with other great games. And don't worry, we will be getting back to Persona 5 Royal as well. Just don't want to bang into the back of signs there. This is a nice, fun, fast track and everything. And we're just going through this very fast today, too. You know, when we get to next season, we won't have to worry about setting the car up and everything. All we'd have to do is just click on it and move on. Alright, moving on to ERS management.
When you're ready, let's go.
And yes, this is Brazil. And here we go with this. ERS management, of course, is the electronic recovery system. Basically the battery power that we have in the car. Oh, let's not do that. And also there was a little bit of an update. They updated the drivers in the game to match their current real-world standings. So they just tweaked the AI a little bit. What are you doing, Timmy? Are you gonna let me pass? I don't think the Iceman's gonna let me pass.
Okay, test complete, and that was a very good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that.
And we set the fastest lap. Box, box.
Say that again, we're having trouble receiving.
Box a slap.
Understood, stopping this lap. There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
And this track, I enjoy. I enjoy this one a lot. Because of how fast it is and everything. And oh, we got some repairs.
We've had to spend time repairing the damage to the car.
And let's start our qualifying pace.
Everyone clear? Car to track.
So with qualifying pace, we're just seeing how well we do. And here we go. DRS wide open. Start the clock.
Program complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can talk you through the numbers.
Box a slap.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
And we get the fastest lap. Teammate status.
They're in 21st. Their best lap time is a 1 minute 18.9.
Alright. Well, like I said, it's Mick Schumacher. It's his first time in F1, so we gotta give him a little bit more credit with it. And we are improving our relationships with the team, with the with our sponsors, so we got that taken
Box
care
this
of.
lap, please. Box this lap.
So we threw money into that. Which is kind of where I wanted to be with everything. By the end of the first season. You know, a little bit of calm one with everything on the car. As I hydrate. And we move on. We move on to race strategy.
Checks complete. We're ready.
And the last of the practice programs. Excuse me there. So yeah, if you're enjoying this here, and we will be doing another season. Of F1 2020. But if you want to see me do more playing on a higher difficulty, then come join me on Twitch as we play F1 2020 on there. Same time at noon, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is my current schedule over on Twitch. And I'll come over, say hi. If you enjoy my content here, you'll also enjoy my live content over on my live video game content over on Twitch. Alright, here we go with lap number 1.
Great lap. You nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
And the only other thing is, you know, what you get here is you're actually getting the full playthrough experience of the game. You know, you're seeing me make my decisions, how I'm playing the game, you know, how I'm directing my team, what things I want to invest in.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
And you're seeing me go through the practice programs. And I think that is a very big staple of these games. You know, seeing them being played. Going through the practice program. And, you know, I am doing the full 100% race. And everything. So you are getting that as well.
we asked for. Keep it up.
And now we're just getting that extra data that we need. To help with race strategy. And once again, there's George Russell. I don't know how many times we passed him on this session of free practice. But we are moving to the most important thing after this. We're going to set a lap time for FP2 and FP3. And then we're going to move on to where it really counts. Qualifying. Now, for those that come and tune in with the Persona 5 Royal Let's Play, just to let you know, it's...
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay
we
focused.
are entering the end game part of that, so... You know, not to give out what's going to happen, but... Gotta do some stuff with that. And this is the last part of the program to do. Gotta increase, you know, the good stuff.
Okay, test complete, and that was a very good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that.
Box a slot.
Right, come in at the end of this lap.
A lot of unique places to use overtake in this track, mainly during the main straightaway, through the center S, not through, don't use it through the center S's. So, I'm really looking forward to the 2021 game coming out this year. And as you know, when it does, I'll be streaming that. I hope they keep the My Team mode in there.
Come in this lap, please. Box this lap.
Still waiting to see what round 4 is going to be of the F1 championship season. Move on to FP2.
It's time to remind ourselves of our top 3, who are Iceman, Bottas, and Lewis Hamilton. And if today's practice is anything to go by, we're in for an exceptional weekend of Formula 1.
And mixed down there in P20. with the 20th fastest time set a lap time worthy of P20.
So that was an exciting race from our perspective. Let's have yours.
All right, Claire.
There's quite a buzz around this team at the moment. What are your thoughts on them?
Yeah.
You left some body work out there on the track. Were you struggling for grip?
We'll go with that one.
Great. Well, that's everything.
All right, Claire. And we move on to FP2. And we move on to free practice 2. And all we're going to do is we're just going to do a flying lap out. I hope everyone's having a great new year. I wish everyone who comes by the channel, who has subscribed to my YouTube channel, a safe, happy, healthy 2021. And we are golden on that. Let's return to the garage. And we move on to free practice 3.
And with all the cars now over the line, let's see our top 3 again. Iceman, Bottas, and Lewis Hamilton. And that's it. Practice is officially over. Until next time, goodbye.
And let us move on. Free practice 3. So here we go, we're setting the fast, some kind of lap time here in Brazil. And just to let everyone know, next week there's going to be something very special happening. And this was on the F1 website that Lewis Hamilton, 7-time world champion of F1, is going to be knighted. And that is, I believe, going to be happening on the 7th. If I am not mistaken on that. I mean, could be wrong about the date, but don't quote me on it. All I know is that it is happening next week. So it's going to be Sir Hamilton. And let us go back to the garage for the most important thing of F1.
The car settings screen on your multi-function display will...
And we move on to qualifying. I didn't mean to disrupt Jeff there, but he was just talking about the car setups and everything.
The session has drawn to a close, so let's review our top three. Iceman, Hamilton, and Valtteri Bottas. Sadly, it's time to say goodbye as free practice is over. However, we'll be back shortly for more Formula One action.
All right. And we move on to free practice, but qualifying I meant. And before we do, get some qualifying points in there. 1494. Level 15 on and I am sorry about that. I dropped my controller. Anyway, we move on to probably the most important thing after we check our messages. And something that I've never fully showed is this, the driver details. Everything that we have and all that. So as you can see, we have one driver champion, 20 pole positions, 20 podium finishes, 20 races won, 520 total points in our career. Average finish 1, average grid position is 1. Kilometers driven, 9,853 kilometers. 20 fastest laps. And we have driven a total of 1,608 laps. We move on to qualifying. So Q1, you get that nice overview shot of the track. Gonna make sure we have the proper setup on, like I always do. We are in proc form.
All complete. Mechanics, please stand clear. We're ready to go.
And here we go. Just never showed off that other stats. You know, with everything that we've done so far throughout the season, wanted to show that off. So this is where it really counts. Qualifying. Alright, here we go. Clock started. Still want to know how I end up with that 7 to start out with. Let's try that again. Gotta let him through on that. I don't want to damage the car, or worse, get a grid penalty. I mean, we've already had one grid penalty throughout the season, and that was a 50-place grid penalty. We had pole position, but we had to start all the way at the back of the field for Suzuka, if you remember that track. Raikkonen sets the fastest time at a 1:16. And
That's
we
the fastest lap so far. Well done.
We set one faster than the Iceman. Box the slot. Box, box.
Didn't catch that. Say again.
Box the slap.
Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
And the question is, will we need to go out again? I don't think so. And down there moves to P5, Leclerc moves up into P2, Ricardo P3, Norris in P4. We'll watch the timing board after this, and
So far, our fastest lap is a 1:13.2.
So let's watch the timing board. Schumacher got to be within the top. Moves down at a P20. So let's take a look here. Verstappen P2, Leclerc P3 currently. And we do know the Perez is out there doing another lap. Alright, let's see how everyone did on that. So who did we lose? Schumacher got himself in the P17. That's not bad. So we'll be starting from P17. So we lost Schumacher, Grosjean, Raikkonen, Giovinazzi, Mr. Saturday, George Russell, and Nicholas Latifi. Alright, we move on. Here we go.
Everyone ready? Okay, let's go.
Now, for next season, we're going to turn up the difficulty. And through this Sunassus, we are the fourth car. And here we go. The end of Q2. Only the top 16 advance here. Well, top 10. Boxer slap.
Confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this lap.
And there we go. We have pitted. Alright. Let us go to the timing board. And we move on. So we lose Perez, Stroll, Norris, Kvyat, Ocon, and Magnussen here in Q2. Now time for the more famous, the top 10 shootout. All right.
All clear the garage, please. Car ready to leave.
So we move on to the final round. Here we go. This time the third car out, apparently. Ricardo, will you ever be up there on the podium with me? That's the million-dollar question. Will I have Daniel Ricciardo up there on a podium? Anything is possible, as you know, here in F1. There's the Valtteri. Kinda knew I was on my hot lap. So with this being the final one, and we've got one more race after this, and that is Abu Dhabi, coming up after Brazil. So that's going to be in a week's time. boxer slap.
Understood. Stopping this lap.
So, yep, we got Brazil coming up. Well, I should say after Brazil is Abu Dhabi. Yas Marina is our last race of the season. And then we begin it all again. But this time with money thrown into parts of our organization, and you know, what can we work on improving next season to make better and to get more improvements out of it. And there we are. Let us accelerate the time. And my 110 is going to be somewhat good with this. Yeah, I doubt my time of 110 is going to be beat. But if it is, it is. You know, that's the chance I'll take.
With qualifying finished, it's time to remind ourselves of our top three. Iceman, Verstappen, and Valtteri Bottas. With qualifying complete, all that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
Alright, that's how we end it right there. First place, P1. We were on pole, Verstappen in P2, Hamilton down there in P4. Let's take a look at the standings real quick. In the Constructors, I'm only 38 points behind. But I got the Constructors I got the driver part all locked up. Anyway, next time we move on to the race. To the Grand Prix. Two to one on that. And I rank up to level 14. Schumacher gets another 14% acclaim. Total is 42. And 15 still stands on that. So as for that, that's 2 more points for us in the rivalry. Between me and Pierre Gasly.
All right, I think we can call that a successful qualifying. We should be in with a good chance in the race.
Yep. And that is where I'm going to end it today. So next time, when we get together, we'll be in for the race, the Grand Prix. So until then, I'm Scooning007, and I'll see you next time for more F1 2020. Happy New Year to all of you, and I'll see you right back here next time as we take on the Brazilian Grand Prix. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.